Hello, horror fans! Welcome once again to the Horrorable. Tonight, I'll be talking about a house is not a home. No one leaves this house alive. Now, the movie is about the Williams family. Now, the Williams family have just purchased a new home in order to start a new life, trying to salvage what's left of their marriage. Now, accompanying them are their teenage son and daughter. Now, at first glance, the house seems like it's gonna work out in their plan to rekindle or save whatever marriage they have, or try to save their family from their own demons or their own failures in them. Now, Ben, the husband, father, he is an architect who works at home. Linda, the mother wife, she is a musician teacher, or a music teacher, in other words, a music teacher who also works at home. So, they're never really out of the house. The only ones that do vacant, or the only ones that do leave the premise are the teenagers who have to go to school. But little by little, the kids start hearing whispers and rumors of how the house is pretty much evil, and they start little by little trying to puzzle things together that they have been witnessing or experiencing. Now, they're not the only ones that are experiencing these paranormal events or happenings. Ben has been feeling them too, only that being the head of the house doesn't want to say nothing or keeps it to himself, while Linda also tries to keep it to herself, but only because she believes that they'll probably just blame her alcoholism. She has that problem. So she also keeps it to herself until it gets to the point where the evil entities start attacking the children or the teenagers. Now, I don't really want to say too much about the movie because it's really not a bad movie, and if you'd like to, give it a try, it's not a bad movie. It has its moments. What I like about it is the story. The story behind it, or the story that I found was there, is very interesting, and it's a very good story. What I didn't like about it is that the story that I thought was gonna develop didn't really fulfill its potential, I don't think. And if it did, it kind of fell short. Now, that's not to say that because of it, it's not gonna be an enjoyable movie or an entertaining movie. It's quite enjoyable. I enjoyed it. I liked it. But it does have its flaws, just like any other movie. Now, I myself got a little bit of, maybe a little influence from Lucio Fulci's The Beyond, because even when Linda's playing the piano, there's like a little resemblance to one of the themes that is played in the movie Beyond. Just a little, just a tad, not a lot, but it does dwell a little into, the gates of hell, if you want to call them, or one of the seven doors, as is described in Fulci's movies, like The Beyond. So you get a little bit of that, or at least I got a little bit of that. Now, when I talk about the story, how I liked and I would have liked to have seen it get to that point that I thought was gonna get to is it most of the happenings or the events that are going on are pretty much like peer pressure to the head of the household, which is Ben, and like the evil in the house kind of needs him for his profession. So I believe that he somehow or other, without even knowing, he made some kind of a deal with the evil entity that is roaming the house. Now, another interesting point I found of is you don't get to see most of these points until they bring in the voodoo doctor, or the voodoo priest, not the doctor, the voodoo priest. And one thing I liked about it is it was Crabman from My Name is Earl, which I thought was pretty cool. And well, he plays it pretty good. I liked it. I only remember him as the Crabman, and My Name is Earl, but he does a very good job as the voodoo priest. Then it's where you find out how that there's something worse than the spirits that have been trapped in that house. Pretty much the evil that invades that house has been building it, and every spirit that's there has a purpose, or at least to that evil that has kept them there. So, like I said, I like the movie. Like any other movie, it has its flaws. I just thought that it was gonna go one way and it didn't, and the story that I thought was building didn't really come out in the end. But even with that said, I'd still say it's a good movie, entertaining. I enjoyed it. It had some good scares. It's a good movie. If you haven't seen it, check it out. But as always, these are just my opinions. Don't take my word for it. If you haven't seen House is Not a Home, check it out. You may find something you like. On that note, hope you like what you see. Thanks for watching. Now, on to the next video.